stopped falling hours ago, but drops still linger on the glass, like little pieces of our story, refusing not to last. The city glows in shades of blue beneath the quiet midnight sky, and every light beyond my window feels like a goodbye. I never thought that love could leave without taking everything, yet here I am with all these memories and all the songs they bring. The world kept turning, the seasons changed, but somehow your name still sounds the same. After the rain has gone, after the night moves on, I still find you in every lonely melody. After the tears run dry, after 1,000 nights, your shadow lingers like moonlight on the sea. Sweet as the dreams we share, bitter as letting go, yet somehow your love still feels like home. An old piano softly plays from somewhere down the street below, the same familiar progression from so many years ago. I close my eyes and suddenly you're sitting right beside me again, smiling like the world was ours before the end. The photograph has lost its color, the edge is worn with time, but your eyes still shine within it, exactly as in mine. Some hearts move on, some hearts remain, might learn to live with both the joy and pain. After the rain has gone, after the night moves on, I still find you in every lonely melody. After the tears run dry, after 1,000 nights, your shadow lingers like moonlight on the sea. Sweet as the dreams we share, bitter as letting go, yet somehow your love still feels like home. Maybe forever was never ours to keep, maybe love was only passing through, but every beautiful thing you gave to me became a part of who I am. And every road I walk still carries traces of you. After the rain has gone, after the years roll by, the stars still gather above the place we used to be. After the last goodbye, after I've learned to smile, I still hear echoes of your voice inside of me. Sweet as the first hello, tender as evening light, and though I lost your hand, I never lost the love you left behind. The city sleeps, the moon hangs low, a distant train disappears into the dark, and somewhere between memory and dawn, your name drifts through my heart. a song too beautiful to end. Warm tape, flutter, piano fades. Still the same old night returns, with every lesson love unlearns. A piano drifts through hollow air, like you were never really there. The city glows in tired light, as if it's holding back the night. And I am here, unchanged, alone, inside a world that feels like stone. We were soft, we were untrue, yet I still keep a part of you in the silence left between all the things we might have been. It's still the same old night for me, where love becomes a memory, sweet and bitter, slow and wide, a place where nothing ever died. In every shadow I see you stay, then watch you gently slip away. If goodbye was meant to be, why does it still return to me? Guitar trembles through the haze, like echoes from forgotten days. The strings dissolve in amber tone, as if you're breathing through my bones. We spoke in words too fragile light, too easily lost in the night. And now those words come back again, like they were never meant to end. Every breath I take alone feels like something overgrown, like a garden left to fade, where all our promises were made. It's still the same old night for me, where love becomes a memory, sweet and bitter, slow and wide, a place where nothing ever died. In every shadow I see you stay, then watch you gently slip away. If goodbye was meant to be, why does it still return to me? Maybe love was just a sound that never really settled down, pressed into a fragile tape, where time itself forgot the shape. If I let the moment turn, would I lose what I still burn, or find a version of your face that time could never erase? It's still the same old night, I know, where every feeling moves too slow, soft and broken, far too true. Everything still leads to you. In the dark you fade and stay, like a truth I can't betray. If goodbye was meant to be, why does it still return to me? A final note, a fading light, the room dissolves into the night, and in the static, warm and low, I hear a love I can't let go. is falling slowly on the city once again. Neon rivers shimmer through the window in the rain. The same old song is playing from a radio nearby, a melody we love beneath another sky. I still remember how you lean against my shoulder, talking about forever as the evening grew older. Back when every dream seemed close enough to touch, and loving you was never asking too much. Some moments disappear, but never really leave. They settle in the heart like autumn in the trees, where the lights we left behind glowing softly through the years, hidden in the midnight air, shining through the tears. Though your hands slipped away like a star before the dawn, the warmth of what we had somehow still lives on. Sweet as your whisper in the dark, bitter as the day we said goodbye. Yet every time I think of you, a little part of me still smiles. The old apartment feels much smaller than before. Moonlight paints familiar patterns on the floor. I found a note you wrote inside a favorite book, and lost myself inside your handwriting once more. The years have taught me how to carry quiet pain, how to watch the seasons come and go like passing trains. But every now and then the wind will softly blow and bring me back to places only lovers know. The sadness never vanished, it simply learned to sing a gentler kind of melody inside of everything, where the lights we left behind glowing softly through the years, hidden in the midnight air, shining through the tears. Though your hands slipped away like a star before the dawn, the warmth of what we had somehow still lives on. Sweet as your whisper in the dark, bitter as the day we said goodbye. Yet every time I think of you, a little part of me still smiles. Maybe love was never meant to stay forever. Maybe that's why it hurts and heals at the same time. Maybe every goodbye leaves a small light burning, so we can find our way through the longest nights. And though I couldn't keep you, I was lucky enough to know you. Where the lights we left behind, golden traces in the rain, like an old photograph touched by time but still unchanged. Though the years keep moving on and the world becomes brand new, there's a corner of my heart that still belongs to you. Sweet as the moon above the sea, tender as a half-remembered tune. And when the city I still hear echoes of you. I still hear echoes of you. Piano repeats the chorus melody one last time. Strings gently swell and fade to dust as on a final chord. The night grows quiet, the rain grows thin. The dawn is waiting somewhere in the distance. But before the morning comes, I close my eyes and see your smile floating softly through the warm glow of yesterday. Analog tape flutter, faded piano silence. The rain has stopped, but streets are still wet, like thoughts I never learned to forget. I stand beneath the glow of fading signs, where your goodbye was quietly defined. The city breathes in shades of blue and gold, a story half remembered, half untold. And every step I take alone tonight feels like I'm moving through your light. I try to leave the past behind, but it was never yours, it was mine. Where your silence lives inside of me, soft and endless, like the sea. It speaks in ways no words can say, and never really fades away. Sweet as the warmth you used to give, bitter as the life I learned to live. Yet in the quiet I still find you are the peace I left behind. An empty cup still rests beside my bed, like conversations we never said. The radio hums a distant lonely tune, a song we once believed in too. The photographs are turning slightly pale, but your smile still refuses to fail. It lingers like a stubborn flame, unchanged by time, untouched by pain. Some love becomes a part of air, invisible, but always there. Where your silence lives inside of me, soft and endless, like the sea. It speaks in ways no words can say, and never really fades away. Sweet as the warmth you used to give, bitter as the life I learned to live. Yet in the quiet I still find you are the peace I left behind. Maybe we were never meant to last, only echoes of a tender past, but echoes shape the way we feel, more real than what we think is real. And if I had the chance once more, I'd walk through every closing door, just to feel the way we were before the world became a blur. Where your silence lives inside of me is where I finally learned to breathe. Not as loss, but memory, softly holding on to me. Sweet as the rain before it clears, gentle as forgotten years. And though you're gone from where I stand, you're still the warmth within my hand. The night grows still, the world grows small, and in the space where nothing calls, I hear you. Not as a voice, but as a feeling that never learned to fall. Warm and adores, but as a feeling that never learned to fall. Warm and adores, flutter, fade into silence. After the lights go out, I stay, listening to what you used to say. The piano falls in gentle lines, like memory rewinding time. The city breathes in muted tone, a quiet world I walk alone. And every shadow on the wall feels like a name about to call. We were never built to last, just reflections of the past. Still I keep you close to me, like a song I can't release. After the lights go out again, love returns like falling rain, soft and broken, warm and true. Every drop is still you. In the dark I feel your trace, time can't take your empty space. If goodbye was meant to stay, why does it still feel this way? A guitar sighs in an analog haze, like drifting ghosts of better days. The strings dissolve in amber air, as if you're standing somewhere there. We spoke too soft, we dreamed too wide, two hearts that never learned to hide. And now those dreams come back to me, like waves that won't set anything free. Every silence feels your name, every loss still feels the same, like a record slightly worn, but forever playing on. After the lights go out again, love returns like falling rain, soft and broken, warm and true. Every drop is still you. In the dark I feel your trace, time can't take pressed into a fragile tape where even silence can escape. If I press rewind tonight, would I lose you or hold tight to a version of us still bright before the fading of the light? Oh, after the lights go out for good, I still stand where we once stood, softly breaking, still untrue. If goodbye was meant to stay, why does it still feel this way? A final chord, a fading tone, the room no longer feels alone. And in the hum of analog sound, your love is still all around. The street is quiet after midnight falls. Only echoes answer when I call. I walk alone beneath the fading light, searching for you in the edges of the night. The cafe sign is flickering again, like it remembers who we were back then. 2 cups of coffee, half a dream in hand, trying to believe we had a plan. But time was never kind or cruel, it simply did what time will do. Somewhere between us, love is still alive, soft as the rain that never says goodbye. Somewhere between us, your shadow stays with mine, dancing through the silence of my mind. Sweet like the promises we made, bitter like the price we paid. Yet every broken part of me still belongs to what we used to be. I found your handwriting in an old drawer, faded ink I've read 1,000 times before. Each word a bridge to places I can't go, a past that only memory still knows. The city's changed but I still see your face, in strangers passing every empty space. And every song that plays at 2 a.m. feels like I'm meeting you again. Some love survives the fall of years as quiet warmth beneath the tears. Somewhere between us, love is still alive, soft as the rain that never says goodbye. Somewhere between us, your shadow stays with mine, dancing through the silence I'd still choose you in the end. Somewhere between us, time refuses to move, hiding all the things we couldn't prove. Somewhere between us, love still calls your name, softly like an everlasting flame, sweet as the rain on summer skin, tender as where we have been. And though the world keeps drifting on, in you I'm never gone. The night grows thinner, the sky turns pale, and I remain here in the quiet space between what was and what still stays. Somewhere between us, you are still home. Analog tape flutter, fading piano, silence. The rain is falling on the avenue tonight. Silver rivers running underneath the lights. The cafe where we used to stay until dawn now closes early, but the memories linger on. I walk the streets we painted with our younger dreams. Every corner hides 1,000 silent scenes. Your laughter still survives between the passing cars, like a fading constellation hanging with the stars. Time moves on without asking me to understand why some hearts leave while love remains. You were the last light in your window, final song the midnight play. Even now when the city sleeps, your shadow never fades. And though the seasons keep changing like old photographs turning gray, I still find a little piece of you at the end of every day. The moon hangs softly over rooftops made of gold, just like the stories that we promised we'd grow old. I hear your voice inside the whisper of the trees, like a gentle prayer carried by the evening breeze. I thought that losing you would harden all my scars, but somehow you've become the kindness in the dark, a bittersweet companion walking close behind, leaving little traces of your warmth inside my mind. The ache is still there, but it doesn't hurt the same. Love learns to heal beneath the pain. is waiting somewhere far away. I choose your hand again without a word to say. You were the last light in your window, a candle shining through the rain. Though the night has grown much colder, your love still keeps me safe. And when the darkness surrounds me like a lonely sea of gray, I can hear your heart beside mine, just beyond the yesterday. You were the last light in your window, the sweetest dream I ever knew. And every quiet midnight sky still leads my heart to you. The city fades into the dawn, the years keep moving on and on, but somewhere in the silence blue, a part of me still dances with you. Warm analog tape flutter, fade out. There's a hum in the silence tonight, like an old tape recorder left on by mistake. Piano notes drift slowly through the dark, and I can almost feel you sitting beside me again. The air is warm with something I can't name, maybe memory, maybe regret. Either way, I don't turn it off. The city fades behind my window glass, every light a story that couldn't last. I keep your shadow in the corner of my mind, where time moves slower, almost kind. You used to laugh like it had no end, now even echoes refuse to pretend. The radio plays a song we knew, but it sounds different without you. And I don't know how to let you go when every quiet still says hello. The night just keeps your shape intact, like love rewinding on a broken track. So I stay in the fading light, where your memory feels so right. Soft piano, slow and low, playing everything we used to know. But it's only me again, writing love in invisible ink and pain, holding on just to understand why forever slipped through my hands. The guitar plays in gentle lines, like it's tracing back our better times. Strings arrive like distant rain, beautiful but carrying pain. I see us walking through that door, a version of us that exists no more. And I smile, though it cuts so deep, at the promises we couldn't keep. And every night it plays the same, your voice inside a half-remembered name. I reach out, but it slips away, like analog ghosts that cannot stay. So I stay in the fading light, where your memory feels so right. Soft piano, slow and low, playing everything we used to know. But it's only me again, learning how to live with what remains, holding on just to understand why love never follows plans. If I could pause this fragile sound and turn the ending back around, will we still burn the same way through, or quietly undo, me and you? stay only in the things it can't replay. And I am learning note by note how to live inside what hope wrote. So I stay in the fading light where your memory holds me tight, and I log warmth, soft and slow, carving places we used to go. But it's only me again, standing where we almost were then, holding on then letting go of a love I'll never outgrow. The piano slows then disappears like it's dissolving into years. Tape hiss lingers soft and thin, like something trying to begin again. And in that quiet after sound, I feel you everywhere around. Not as a voice, not as a name, but as a warmth I can't reclaim. The night stays still, the music ends, you don't. The city lights are fading in the rain tonight. A lonely window keeps your shadow by my side. The clock keeps turning, but the hands don't feel the same. Every midnight whisper softly speaks your name. The photographs are sleeping in a drawer below, like little pieces of a world we used to know. I touch the edges and I almost hear you laugh, like a melody still lingering from the past. And though the seasons change the color of the sky, some memories refuse to say goodbye. After the last goodbye, I still see you in the moonlight, dancing through the silence of my heart, like a dream that never falls apart. After the last goodbye, every tear becomes a starlight. Though you're gone, your love still leads me home through the nights I spent alone. The autumn wind still carries fragments of your voice, a tender echo of a life we didn't choose. I thought that time would wash away the ache inside, but some rivers keep on flowing with the tide. And if I close my eyes, you're standing in the dark, a little closer than the distance we have carved. Not as a sorrow that I have to leave behind, but as a gentle light forever in my mind. The bitterness is softer than it used to be. Your memory has learned to comfort me. After the last goodbye, I still see you in the moonlight, dancing through the silence of my heart, like a dream that never falls apart. drifted away. After the last goodbye, I still hear your sweet reply, floating through the quiet of my soul, like a song that time can never hold. After the last goodbye, there's a peace beneath the heartache. Every ending leaves a trace of grace, and I still carry your embrace. The city sleeps beneath the silver sky, and somewhere in the silence you and I are still a memory that gently shines tonight. Warm analog tape, fade out. The midnight train has long since disappeared, leaving only empty tracks and souvenirs. Outside my window, neon colors blur in rain, like old memories calling out your name. The coffee cup you used to leave beside my bed still waits in silence where your fingertips once rested. And every little thing I thought I'd put away returns to me when darkness fills the day. I never learned the art of forgetting. Some loves remain even after they're gone. Give me one more night of you, one more dream before the morning comes, one more chance to hear your voice floating softly through the dark. Though I know you're far away, beyond the reach of my two hands, in this lonely room tonight, your memory still understands. And every tear that falls feels sweeter than goodbye. The city sleeps beneath the veil of silver light, while I keep company with shadows through the night. The years have changed the color of my hair and eyes, but not the place where your reflection lies. I used to curse the silence after you had gone, the endless echo of a half-forgotten song. Now I find comfort in the ache you left behind, like autumn sunlight fading soft and kind. Some stories end without a reason. You never truly leave the this quiet longing is another form of love. Give me one more night of you, one more moon beneath the evening sky, one more moment to believe nothing ever truly dies. For every smile we shared still shines among the stars, and every road I walk alone still remembers who we are. Though the story reached its end, the feeling never had to, and somewhere in the gentle rain I find my way back to you. The night grows older, the city fades, a distant streetlight flickers through the haze, and in the space between the darkness and the dawn I whisper your name once more, and let the silence sing along. Analog tape flutter, soft piano. Fade to black. The night has folded quietly into my room, like sheets of paper soaked in faint perfume. I sit alone where your voice used to stay, listening to the silence you left behind one day. The window shows a city made of fading light, each glow a story we once held so tight. But every story now feels half erased, like time has gently touched your face. I thought I learned to live without your name, but silence still remembers just the same. You became the distance in my heart, soft and endless, never torn apart. Like a melody I almost understand, but can never fully hold in hand. Sweet as the rain that touched our skin, bitter as the place I've never been. Yet every breath I take tonight still carries traces of your light. An old cassette is playing in another room, a song that once made everything bloom. Now it feels like it belongs to someone else, a story I repeat to myself. The photographs are turning pale and slow, but somehow your eyes refuse to go. They stay alive in every frame, as if they never changed. Some love survives in quieter ways, not gone, just drifting through the days. You became the distance in my heart, soft and endless, never torn apart. Like a melody I almost understand, but can never fully hold in hand. carries traces of your light. Maybe love was never meant to stay, only meant to guide us part of the way. And what we lose along the road becomes the way we learn to hold. And if I close my eyes, I know you are the place I cannot go. You became the distance in my heart, but you were there right from the start. Like a star I never could reach, yet always shining close to me. Sweet as the dreams we left behind, tender as the edge of time. And though you're gone from where I stand, you still remain in who I am. The night grows older, the rain slows down, and somewhere between memory and sound, I still hear you, not as a voice, but as a feeling that never learned to leave. Analog tape flutter, fade to silence. The rain has settled on the empty boulevard. Neon reflections drift like paintings in the dark. I pass the corner where you used to wait for me. Now only silence keeps me company. The radio is playing songs from long ago, the kind we used to sing when we were young and slow. I close my eyes and for a moment you're still here, like a fading photograph that won't disappear. The years have carried us to different shores, but my heart still knows what it is looking for. When the night remembers you, every star begins to shine, like the words we never said, still suspended in the sky. When the night remembers you, I can almost feel your hand, though you're somewhere far away. Love still understands. And in the quiet after midnight, when the world is painted blue, I find comfort in the sorrow. When the night remembers you, the winter wind is whispering against my door, a gentle ghost of all the things we were before. Sweet memories arrive like waves upon the sea, leaving traces of your smile inside of me. I used to think that letting go meant losing all, but some loves stay alive beyond their rise and fall. Not as a wound that time can never truly mend, but as a warmth that follows me until the end. The bitterness has softened into grace, and every tear has found its resting place. When the night remembers you, every star begins to shine, like the words we never said, still suspended in the sky. When the night remembers you, I can almost feel your hand, though you're somewhere far away. Love still understands. And in the quiet after midnight, when the world is painted blue, I find comfort in the sorrow. When the night remembers you. Maybe we were only borrowed by the years, a beautiful mistake wrapped inside our hopes and fears. Maybe every goodbye leaves a little light behind, so we can find our way through lonely nights. And if I meet you only in my dreams tonight, I'll stay a little longer in that fading light. When the night remembers you, the moonlight falls like yesterday. Every shadow in this room knows the shape of your embrace. When the night remembers you, the loneliness grows kind, turning heartache into tenderness, one memory at a time. And though forever slipped away like morning dew beneath the sun, a part of us remains awake long after love is gone. Piano gently carries the melody alone. The city sleeps beneath the silver sky. The years keep passing by, but somewhere in the hush between the darkness and the dawn, your name still sounds like home. Soft tape hiss, strings fade, silence. The city sleeps beneath the silver haze, while I replay our unfinished days. The streetlight flickers on the empty road, like something fragile I once held close. Your name still lingers in the cafe air. In every corner you are there, a trace of laughter fading slow, in places only we would know. I never learned how to let you go, so I carry you wherever I go. A thousand quiet goodbyes still echo in my mind, soft as the rain that never dries beneath these changing skies. Sweet as the love we couldn't save, bitter as the tears somehow every broken part still belongs inside my heart. An old cassette is spinning in the dark, a song that once lit every spark. Now it feels like someone else's life, a dream that barely survived. The photograph upon my wall still shows a world where we had it all, but time has gently blurred the frame, except the way you said my name. Some love becomes the air we breathe, invisible yet hard to leave. 1,000 quiet goodbyes still echo in my mind, soft as the rain that never dries beneath these changing skies. Sweet as the love we couldn't save, bitter as the tears I gave, yet somehow every broken part still belongs inside my heart. Maybe we were only passing light to shadows, sharing one long night, and what we called forever then was just a moment stretched too thin. But even now I understand, I still reach for your hand. 1,000 quiet goodbyes turn softly into time, like distant stars that never die, but fade into the sky. Sweet as the warmth you left behind, tender as the edge of time. And though you're gone from where I stand, you still remain in who I am. The night grows pale, the rain moves on, and everything I thought was gone still lingers here, not as pain, not as joy, but something in between that softly says your name one last time before the silence learns to sing. And a log tape flutter, fade to quiet. The city breathes a muted light, a quiet moon against the night. Your memory sits by my door, like it has always lived here before. The slow piano starts to fall, like raindrops tracing down the wall. And in the hum of distant cars, I find you hiding in the dark. We never said the final line, we just as old in borrowed time. And now the silence softly sings of what we lost in subtle things. In the midnight between us and the past, love still lingers, though it couldn't last. Sweet like sugar, sharp like rain, a beautiful familiar pain. In the dark I still hear your name, like a guitar whispers through the air, like you were almost standing there. The strings dissolve in an aloe glow of every place we used to go. We laugh like time was on our side, like nothing pure could ever die. But even stars will fade too slow when no one tells them where to go. And I still trace the empty space where your shadow used to stay. Every breath I try to take feels like something I can't break. In the midnight between us and the past, love still lingers, though it couldn't last. Sweet like sugar, sharp like rain, a beautiful familiar pain. In the dark, I still hear your name, like a song that never feels the same. If goodbye was meant to stay, why does it keep coming back this way? Maybe love was never gone, just recorded slightly wrong on a tape that time won't erase. With your voice I can't replace. If I rewind just one more time, would I find your hand in mine, or just the echo of a dream that never learned what silence means? In the midnight between us and the past, I still wonder how we slipped so fast. Soft surrender, quiet flame, love and loss are still the same. In the dark you drift away, but you never truly fade. If goodbye was meant to stay, why does it keep coming back this way? A fading piano, soft and thin, like love that never should begin. And in the tape is warm and low, I still hear you letting go. Tonight the city wears a coat of falling rain. The streetlights paint the pavement with a golden stain. I sit beside the window where we used to talk for hours, watching shadows bloom like midnight flowers. The clock upon the wall still keeps its steady pace, but time moves differently around your empty place. A half-forgotten perfume lingers in the air, like a promise that is no longer there. I thought the years would carry you away, but some hearts never learn to change. You are the color of yesterday, fading softly but never gone. Like a melody, the night still plays long after the music's gone. Sweet as the moonlight on your face, bitter as the tears I hide. Yet every memory leaves a label worn and fragile from 1,000 looks. Your favorite song began to fill the quiet room, and suddenly the past was in full bloom. I smiled at all the things that used to make us laugh, the little imperfections that made the moments last. Perhaps that's why I miss you even after all this time. You were never perfect, only mine. The pain has softened into something small, a gentle lake that comforts when it calls. You are the color of yesterday, fading softly but never gone. Like a melody, the night still plays long after the music's gone. Sweet as the moonlight on your face, bitter as the tears I hide. Yet every memory leaves a little warmth to guide me through the night. If I could meet you in another life, I'd still recognize your eyes among a million passing faces across 1,000 different skies. And though we couldn't stay forever, I'm grateful that we tried, because loving you has become the brightest part of goodbye. You are the color of yesterday, living quietly inside my heart, like the final scene of an old romance, too beautiful to fall apart. Sweet as the dreams that still remain, tender as the evening rain. And when the darkness gathers all around, I hear your name, and somehow everything feels warm again. The rain keeps falling, the city sleeps, the years drift by like waves upon the sea. But somewhere between memory and dawn, your love still shines in the color of yesterday. And the lock tape flutter, piano fades, silence. The streetlights hum a tired glow as silent breezes come and go. A piano drifts through empty air, like you were almost still right there. The city folds into my chest, where every memory won't rest. I close my eyes and feel you stay, then watch you slowly fade away. We were soft, we were unplanned, like grains of time slipping through my hand. And every moment we believed was everything we couldn't keep. When the night learns your name again, it sounds like love that turned to rain. Sweet and bitter, calm and strange, a beautiful unhealed pain. In the dark Guitar breathes through an analog haze, like echoes from forgotten days. The strings dissolve in silver light that only lives inside the night. We've spoken promises too bright, too fragile for the weight of time. And now those words return to me like waves that never set me free. Every step I take alone feels like walking through a tone of a song that used to be the only truth inside of me. When the night learns your name again, it sounds like love that turned to rain. Sweet and bitter, calm and strange, a beautiful unhealed pain. In the dark I reach for you, in the space where we once knew. If love was never meant to stay, why does it still find me this way? Maybe we were just a sound, too delicate to be found, pressed into a fading reel that only silence learns to feel. If I let the tape rewind, would I lose you or would I find a version of us still intact before the world pulled you back? When the night learns your name once more, it opens every closing door, soft and broken, pure and true, a song that still belongs to you. In the dark I still believe you are everything I grieve. If love was never meant to stay, why does it still find me this way? A piano fades into the air like someone saying you were there. And in the static, low and slow, I hear a love I can't let go. The cafe on the corner closed an hour ago. The city wears the quiet only midnight knows. A yellow streetlight trembles in the falling rain, just like my heart whenever I hear your name. There's still a seat for you beside the window here. Those seasons passed and disappeared from year to year. Sometimes I smile imagining you'd walk right in and ask me where I've been. Some people leave without a sound, yet never really leave at all. There's a seat for you tonight in every dream I hold, in every song the piano plays, in every story left untold. Though your hands slipped from mine long before the dawn, a part of you remains with me long after you've gone. cassette is spinning softly by the bed. Its fragile melody revives the words we said. The tape is worn, the sound is blurred around the edges now, yet somehow it feels warmer, somehow. The photograph inside my drawer has slowly faded too. The colors disappeared except the trace of you. And though the years have carried us to different skies, you're still alive inside my eyes. I stopped asking fate for reasons and learned to treasure what remains. There's a seat for you tonight in every dream I hold, in every song the piano plays, in every story left untold. Though your hand slipped from mine long before the dawn, a part of you remains with me long after you've gone. Sweet like the moonlight on your face, bitter like a final kiss. But every lonely night I find a little comfort in your absence. Maybe love was never measured by forever. Maybe it was only meant to leave a light, a gentle glow upon the road ahead when we can no longer walk side by side. And maybe that's why, even after all this time, the thought of you still feels like home. There's a seat for you tonight beside the beating of my heart, where every memory shines softly like a star within the dark. Though goodbye became our ending, love refused to disappear. It settled in the smallest things and stayed throughout the years. Sweet like the dreams that still survive, tender as the evening rain. And if I could live those days again, I'd love you just the same. I'd love you just the same. The rain grows softer, the night grows old. The city disappears in shades of gold. And somewhere between midnight and the dawn, I raise my eyes to an empty chair and smile, because for a moment it feels like you're still there. And the lock tape flutter, soft piano fades into silence. The city sleeps in shades of blue. Streetlights tremble thinking of you. A piano sighs through empty air, like fingers tracing memories there. I hear your voice in passing trains, soft like whispers through window panes. We were a song that played too slow, still walk this empty line between what's yours and what is mine. Every step feels twice as long, like love that learned to end a song. In the rain, I remember your name, sweet and bitter, never the same. You were the light I couldn't hold, now I'm just stories left untold. In the dark, your shadow stays near, a tender ache I cannot clear. If love was meant to drift away, why does it still refuse to fade? Guitar hums in distant rooms like faded flowers trying to bloom. The strings dissolving in hollow glow, a warmth that only heartbreaks know. We laughed like time would never leave, believed in more than we could see. But every promise starts to bend when night decides it's near the end. And I still trace your fading line across the edges of my mind. Every breath a quiet song of where I went and where I'm wrong. In the rain, I remember your name, sweet and bitter, never the same. You were the light I couldn't hold, now I'm just stories left untold. In the dark, your shadow stays near, a tender ache I cannot clear. If love was meant to drift away, why does it still refuse to fade? Maybe love was never gone, just re-recorded, slightly worn on tapes that time forgot to clean, with fragments of what we had been. If I could turn the night around and let the silence make a sound, I'd play it back, but not too loud, just soft enough to feel you now. In the rain, I still hear your name, not a cure, but a gentle flame. You were the dream I couldn't keep, now I sing you when I can't sleep. In the dark, you softly remain, not a wound, but a quiet pain. If love was meant to drift away, why does it still refuse to fade? A piano fades, the night turns thin, like love that never learns to end. And in the static I still find your voice rewinding in my mind. The night unfolds in faded gold, a quiet story left untold. Piano notes fall soft and slow, like footsteps only I still know. The city hums a distant song, where all our yesterdays belong. I hold the air where you once stood, and miss you more than I thought I could. We were never meant to stay, but I keep you anyway. In the spaces in between, every what is and has been. On the tapes of you I still replay every word we never learned to say. Sweet and broken, far too true. Love that A guitar sighs through empty halls where memory gently calls. Strings dissolve in amber air like you are almost standing there. We believed in endless light, two hearts to pray for fading night. But even stars will turn to dust when love forgets to trust. Now I walk these quiet streets, counting every heart that beats, like a rhythm left behind in the corners of my mind. On the tapes of you I still replay every word we never learned to say. Sweet and broken, far too true, love that time could not undo. In the rain, your shadow stays, softly haunting all my days. If goodbye was meant to be, why does it still return to me? Maybe we were just a sound lost before it could be found, pressed into a fragile reel that time refused to let me heal. If I press play one last time, would your heart be still alight? Or would I hear what's always been, a love that never could begin? On the tapes of you I still remain, half in comfort, half in pain. Tender ghost I can't refuse, a melody I cannot lose. In the dark you softly stay, never fully gone away. If goodbye was meant to be, why does it still return to me? The tape machine begins to fade, love in echoes softly play, and in the silence left behind, you're still the song inside my mind. The rain is writing letters on my window pane tonight. Every drop becomes a memory beneath the city lights. I sit alone beside the lamp we used to leave on late, listening to the silence where your laughter used to stay. The records on the shelf still spin the songs we loved before. Their melodies drift slowly through the shadows on the floor. And every note reminds me how your eyes would softly shine, like distant stars that disappeared but never left my mind. Some dreams are gone before the morning comes, yet somehow they remain. The rain knows your name, whispers it again and again through the midnight air. And though you're far away, a part of you still stays somewhere in this lonely room. The sweetness and the pain are dancing in the rain, like lovers who refuse to say goodbye. Till the morning light arrives. The streets are almost empty now, the world has gone to sleep. reflections and forgotten promises to keep. I trace your photograph and smile despite the ache inside, because loving you was once the brightest chapter of my life. I used to fear the emptiness you're leaving left behind, but time has turned the sorrow into something warm and kind. Now every tear that falls becomes a pearl within the sea, a quiet proof that what we had still lives inside of me. The years have changed so many things, but not the way I feel. The rain knows your name, whispers it again and again through the midnight air. And though you're far away, a part of you still stays somewhere in this lonely room. The sweetness and the pain are dancing in the rain, like lovers who refuse to say goodbye. And when the night grows cold, your memory holds me close until the morning light arrives. If love is only borrowed time, then ours was beautiful. A candle glowing in the dark, too fragile to be permanent. Yet even after all these years, your light still reaches me, like moonlight crossing endless seas to touch a distant shore. The rain knows your name, and suddenly the night feels less alone. Every falling drop carries echoes of the love we've known. The sweetness and the pain still shimmer in the rain, like silver traces underneath the sky. And though you've slipped away beyond another yesterday, your love remains. Your love remains, like a song that never truly fades. The rain keeps falling through the night. The city slowly fades from sight, and somewhere between memory and dawn, I still hear you calling my name. And the lock tape is gentle fade out.